Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Oh man, if you watched the unboxing about a week or so ago, you guys know that this is a knife that I was super excited to get my hands on. This is a result of a lot of hard work by our good friend David, Blade Banter, right here on YouTube. Wow, when was it, man? Last end of summer, fall, we had the 3D printout come through, and now we have these prototypes come through. It's live on Kickstarter right now and fully funded. Fantastic. Right before I came on, I looked and it's at about at 116%. So, if you remember in my unboxing, I was talking about the spot for the Poke Pen. That was a stretch goal at 105%. That's going to happen, folks. Like I said, he's at 116% right now. And yes. And again, right before this, I started on this interview, I was talking to David quite a bit. David's a friend of mine. And no matter what I say, positive or negative about this knife, just a little hint, there's not a whole lot negative. I'll tell you that right now. David's already heard it. This is a knife review. I will review it like I reviewed any other knife. And he knows that. And I think he appreciates that. That's what he wants to know. He wants the feedback. Like I said, this is a prototype. So this is not the final production model. A couple of things that I'll touch on right now that are going to change. He said there's going to be a little bit of chamfering on the flipper tab. And to be perfectly honest with you, that was not even a thought of mine until he said something. I mean, I never, not an issue for me. And hardware, T8s all around. He listened. You guys said we want more T8s. He's going to give you more T8s. So very cool. Very cool. If anything, he has listened to the feedback that has been given to him without question. So, what do we got here? Well, we got black G10 scales. He is working on possibly some more options as far as stretch goals. I know if I said that I was talking to him right before this, that's one of the things that we were talking about is, is he going to be able to? How's it going to work? He's got to, if he orders scales, he has to order a certain amount of scales. Is that feasible? He's really trying to work through it. So, but as I said, black G10, got a red G10 backspacer, red pivot collar. I mean, you guys know that the red-black combo, that's pretty much right up my alley. That's what I told him. The knife's perfect the way it is for me. Really, red and black combo, I'm good. Done. So, you have a titanium pocket clip on it. Now, originally, first impression, I was a little concerned about the pocket clip. We'll talk about that a little bit later. G10, one of the things I told him, and the G10, it's got pretty good grip. And exactly what I told him, it's not the greatest I've felt, definitely not the worst I felt, but it's got pretty good grip on it. And I think that's probably going to work out just the way it is with that pocket clip, because no issues there at all. So, very good. That was David's baby right there, the button lock. He wanted a good budget-friendly button lock with a good steel, and I think he's hit that on the mark. Flipper tab's fine with me. I mean, like he said, there is going to be some chamfering done on it, and after he said something, I was like, okay, yeah, I guess. But initially, that was not even an issue. So you got a flipper tab. You got dual thumb studs. All the ways to open it. You got, whoops, finger got in the way. Got the button lock. God, I shouldn't do this. I'm not going to. You can Spidey flick it. I'll be honest, guys. I'm at about a 30%. 30% success rate. Spidey flicking this knife. It can be done, and I have done it. I'm just not that good at it. And then, of course, you got the good old Ray there. He likes throwing that one in. Action, guys. Action's silly. The action is so good. It's running on multi-row ceramic ball bearings. Oh my goodness. I mean, for straight up 90 degrees. Oh yeah. Little bit of shimmy and it falls, man. Let's see. How about that? Yep, about 85 degrees, it's gonna fall. I mean, that's a complete guess. I don't have a protractor. You get my point. The action is very, very good. And the other thing, I don't know how many people have had this before me. And I know I have flicked, flopped, whatever, this knife open how many times. Guys, rock solid. Very, very good lockup. I can't even imagine how many times this knife has been flipped so far. This action and the lockup, dang, it's perfect. That blade, big ol' drop point blade. As I've always said, and I'll continue to say it, his logo is one of the coolest things about this knife to me. The 3 stars of Orion's belt represent his 3 sons. That's just freaking cool, guys. It's just, to me, that is absolutely awesome. Blade steel, 14C28N. Again, boom, you killed it, buddy. And that's exactly what he was looking for. A good budget steel button lock knife. Now, price on this, as I can't remember if I said or not, $80 on Kickstarter right now. I'll tell you right now, I ordered more than one. So, now the blade finish on this one. We've kind of got this, I think it's referred to as a polished satin. I am going to go with the stonewashed, and that's one thing that I have heard from everybody is that they think they're going to prefer the stonewash. I'm right there with them. I mean, it's pretty polished. I thought he called it polished satin, but that's a pretty polished finish on it. Like the belly rope. Did pretty darn good with rope. You know, that's my testing medium. If it's a good rope knife, well, then it's a pretty darn good knife. This one definitely fits that bill. Huge forward finger choil. I don't know many people that aren't going to be able to use that as a finger choil. Just saying. Now, the other thing that I did touch with him, and it's very, very minor, and it's right on the ragged edge. Oh, the ramp. Ramp is a good spot for the thumb when you use that forward finger choil. The one thing I did talk to him, for me, this is me and me only, when I do choke up on that forward finger choil, I don't know if it's the height of the knife or what, but like this, no, it's fine. Like this, I start to feel just a little, I don't know, strain, I guess, is the best word for it. But it almost feels like it's a little too high. Again, one thing, I've already talked to David about it. It's not going to change because why would you change it for one person? That would be dumb. And wouldn't expect it. But is it uncomfortable? No. But there's something. There's something there. Again, it's a nitpick. Total and complete nitpick. Let's do our specs. Overall, what are we looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to give it 7 7/8 as I measure. It's probably 7. Yeah, it's just over 7 3/4 by my measure. It's handle. Handle, you're looking at right about 4.5, just a hair over possibly. And then your blade length, it's going to be 3 1/8-ish with a cutting edge of right about 3 inches. I know that was one thing that he was trying to stay into as well, is that 3-inch blade. He was trying to meet that, 3-inch blade limit a lot of places. He was trying to meet that. Done. Mission accomplished. Grip length. Regular, normal grip length, I'm going to give it 3.5. Now, when you choke up, oh good, you got all sorts of room when you choke up. You're pushing 5 inches. So in a choked up with larger hands, you're not going to have any issue. Regular grip, I've got right there about full 4-finger grip. you know, larger hands, it would probably be more comfortable for you to use the choked up grip in it. Some quick size comparisons. I'm going to break out the PM2 right away because, I mean, we already know that this is a lot bigger knife than a bug out. But as far as PM2 goes, PM2's got it by just a smidge. Just a smidge. Maybe an 1/8 inch on the blade, maybe an 1/8 inch on the handle, close to a quarter, so we'll say 1/4 to 3/8, you know, of an inch on the PM2 as far as being bigger. Of course, we're going to throw the bug out just because we can. It's right there. It's obviously a much bigger knife than the bug out. Overall weight. Get the scale out. Start off in grams. 136 grams. 4.8 ounces. It's a bigger knife, gonna have a little bit of weight to it. Doesn't, carry wise, not an issue. The 4.8 ounces, not an issue in my book. Back to the pocket clip. Now, I initially said I was a little concerned. If you saw my ABW, American Blade Works, Model 1 review, very similar pocket clip. That one I had issues with. To get it in and out of the pocket, I kind of had to lift up. This one, not at all. Never, after that initial concern, you know, I'm old, I forget things, that never came up again. So, until right before I did this interview, when I was thinking, that worked pretty good, not an issue. As far as deep carry, not bad. Not bad at all. Out of the pocket, a little pop, not much. I mean, there's your, you know, you can kind of see the ramp there. Maybe the difference in this one and the ABW was the G10. I think the G10 might, it's close. But that one was an issue. This one, not even a second thought after that initial. Overall, guys, I'm telling you, it's going to be built by QSP. QSP did a fantastic job on the prototypes, I can tell you that much. Everything is chamfered extremely well, lines up, flush, screws. A little tiny bit proud, nothing too major. Again, the action, the build, as far as that goes, and the solidity of the knife, man, it's a winner. It is a winner in my book. Yeah, I had a couple of nitpicks with it. Anything that would keep me from purchasing this knife? No, on many levels. No, because it just wouldn't, even if this wasn't David's knife. No, particularly because it's David's knife. Had a comment on my unboxing about this knife, and I've seen, well, you know, I didn't understand it. I didn't understand the comment. The person said, you know, nothing, please, you know, nothing. He just couldn't find anything he liked about this knife, which, hey, personal opinion. Me, on the other hand, I can find many things that I like about this knife. And, you know, from the sounds of it, I think that's pretty much the going thought, is this is a very, very well done knife. Now, as I said, still live on Kickstarter. I think he said it ends September 7th with a ship date, I believe, of February for production and everything. I believe that's what he said. I'm pretty sure this September 7th. I'm pretty solid on that one. And I think February of 2021 as far as a ship date after production. But David, man, you knocked this one out of the park. Blue liked it. He gave it his solid knife rating of an 8.5. You know, I would personally, I would probably bump it to a 9. for the simple fact that a push or a button lock knife with 14 C28N for $80, that's pretty darn good to me. That's pretty darn good. So you got yourself a winner here, bud. And I've said it many times and I'll say it again. I'm so very happy for you. So very happy for you. There you go, guys. That has been my review of the Orion Knives Solaris from our good friend David at Blade Banter. Check it out, orionknives.com. You can access the Kickstarter right there on that page. As I said, description or link will be in the description. As always, guys, thank you very much for checking out the Solaris with me today. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to y'all. Till next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.